Oh, whoa. Well, hello, everybody. Now, I know I promised you a very exciting non-fish video, but there's probably going to be a little fish talk in this video, and it's not going to be very exciting. Didn't do a whole lot today. It's probably not the greatest day. I should probably just take a day off, But, I don't know. I don't want to. If nothing else, I'll just sit here and ramble on for a while. I know Rose made several appearances in the recap videos this summer, especially at the tail end there. And so throughout the day, I just got a couple of clips of her. I mean, really, I didn't do much today. It's just a lot of cat videos. Went out back and checked on the poison oak situation. I got a developing poison oak situation in the backyard. Every time I think I got it all, there's more. And I realize my neighbor's yard has some, and it's like growing through their fence. It's actually kind of cool, the part where it's like growing. They got like a wooden privacy fence, and little cracks in between each panel of wood. Well, the ivy is starting to grow up between it, and it's been there. This is a couple years in the making now, and it's getting about as thick as your thumb and even bigger, and it's wanting to like start to pry the wood panels apart. You can even see where it's pushing on it. It's like changing how it's growing. It's not like I don't know. It's interesting. It's just cool to see. I want to go tell them, hey man, this poison oak's destroying your fence, but I also kind of want to see where it goes. I can cut off the stuff that's coming through the fence on my side. And, I mean, this thing's like a full-blown tree at this point. This is the craziest poison oak I've ever seen. So there's that. And then, I was going to get on Rose, man. Somebody's going to have to call, like, cat protective services on me. I've, in the last couple of days, all on accident. Nothing intentional and nothing too bad, anyhow. Obviously, not intentional, again. But I've poked her in the eye, I've slapped her in the face, I've stepped on her foot, and I've swept the leg. Kind of, Cobra Kai style. Poked her in the eye, John Jones style. Gave her the Stockton slap, little Nate Diaz. And then gave her the Matt Serra foot stomp. Now, the foot stomp, I'm trying to get her some wet food, and she's just always at your feet. So, inevitably, accidentally, I stepped on her foot this time. Luckily, I wasn't wearing shoes or anything. And then the slap, again, we were playing. She just kind of zagged when she should have zigged, or I zigged when she should have zagged. And it led to, I was kind of, I was doing this number. Kind of like, I was playing defense in a basketball or something. Palms up, moving my hands around. And kind of when I went like that, thinking I'm following her this way, she jumped back over. Boom, right in the face. And then the eye poke, I think I was like reaching for one of her toys right when she like went for it. And then I poked her right in the eye. That one she did kind of cower away a little bit. I'm sure that one sucked. I felt bad. And then the sweep in her leg. I kind of came up behind her. Well, my feet were close together and I got off balance. So I just moved my left foot over without lifting it. I just slid it over and caught her back leg with my toes and just totally swept the leg, man. Cobra Kai would have been proud of that one. So, unfortunately, I didn't get any of that on film, I promise. I know Rose is becoming the star of this channel, but she's had a rough couple of days for her. And then I've been watching a lot of videos, a lot of Colorado stuff, man. I'm all in on this. Obviously still the Buckeyes are my team, but Plan B is Colorado in case this Ohio State season goes in the tank for some reason. And not that Colorado is going to contend for the national title or anything, but it's just, and I wish Ohio State would do some stuff like this. More teams need to get on board. All the social media stuff. I mean, they're filming all of the cool stuff, so it's not like they're showing any private meetings or any game planning or anything like that. They're not showing guys working on injuries or so anything that's kind of important as far as a strategy or a competition, a competitive edge. They're not giving away anything like that really that I can see. They're just showcasing all the cool stuff. And then they do cool things like all the players, their practice jerseys has their Instagram handle on the back. I mean, at times at Ohio State, it almost just seems like you're discouraged from even using social media. And then as far as the coverage, the closest you can get is a couple of corny 30-year-old dorks that have some blog, That's the best coverage you get of the Buckeyes outside of ESPN or something. But all the ESPNs and Foxes, they're covering the entire nation, so you're not getting anything good there. I mean, you might get one 30-minute video, a couple of shots of Ryan Day's office or something, but I don't know, man. It's just really fun. It was years ago when I would always talk to the guy at work about the Browns YouTube video. There's press conference videos. Every day there's interviews with the players. There's they do their own hard knocks. Meanwhile, the Bengals didn't even have a YouTube channel. And I'm starting to feel like that about the Ohio State right now. The Ohio State. I don't know, man. 11 Warriors, and I appreciate all those guys' work and everything, but it's horrible, man. It's horrible. I'm thinking about sending a letter to buying a couple cameras and sending a letter to Ryan Day, being like, dude, let me in. You know, I'm not as cool as Dion's kids and everything, but I'm cooler than the 11 Warriors guys. My God, there's a couple other ones too. They all got some Buckeye name or something. The Silver Bullets or something. I don't know. I do like that one guy. He does the Bucknuts. You know, he talks recruiting and things like that. That's pretty cool, I guess. And then when I'm not watching Colorado, and it's like, that's not just like the well-off videos. There's like several main channels. Colorado football's channel's getting bigger now. Then each individual player has a channel. I mean, every time I watch it, I get hungry, though, man. Lots of shots of the guys eating in the cafeteria. And I guess they're over 21, but there was some implied drinking, man. It seemed like one table of guys were all hung over, man. I hope everybody was of age. One guy's word of the day was... I think what was it? Blood alcohol. That's 2 words, but I don't know, man. I was like, everybody, they beat TCU, man, and they partied. So that might be a little bit of a red flag. I mean, I like what Dion's doing, but if he's allowing the guys to just, I don't know, maybe they deserve to party. And if they're 21, you know, one night of drinking, is it going to kill you? I don't know. I don't know if I'd advise drinking during the season. I don't know, man. They're college kids. I guess I don't know. That's a tough one there. Now that I think about it, oh well, whatever, man. They're good. They're fine. They don't play again for a week. They'll be all right. And then the other thing, man, the trend of like, I think it all just comes from TikToks and now shorts, but the trend of like these videos. I don't know if it falls under the category of prank, or where it's like it's intentionally wasting your time. Like you're watching something, you think it's going to be cool, and then boom, at the end you realize it was just very dumb and you wasted a minute or something. And it just seems like it's been a while since those videos were a thing. You know, I remember, you know, there was a time when that was a thing. It was like, I have one myself, like maybe 10, 12, 15-year-old video here on YouTube. One of my oldest YouTube videos where I put the Ace Frehley doll in the oven. The oven wasn't really on, or I had just turned the oven. Anyways, it was just a dumb video. Kind of just a whole waste of time thing. Purposefully. Now sometimes I waste people's time, so I'm not doing it on purpose. Kind of like this video. As we're 7.5 minutes in, and some videos like these shorts, they all use the same like AI voice, I guess it is, because it's always, in this video, watch this guy, and, you know, it's just like, in this video, I don't know, man. Been watching a lot of Skate 3 shorts, the video game. That's kind of incredible. Kind of makes me want to go out and get like a PS5 and buy that game. And then, but yeah, I'm just not liking the new trend of internet videos. And then there's like people purposely getting things wrong or just saying something outrageous to get more interactions and comments. God, I don't know, man. Come on. So you combine all that nonsense with the weird AI voice. It's almost like we've gone back in time. Like internet videos progressively have gotten better from just like pure crap to like, okay, that was kind of funny, to like, oh my God, this is like a movie, to now we're kind of going backwards again. Like, oh man, this is just crap. I don't know. I won't even waste your time with any examples down in the comments or anything. Oh, and then on a fish note, this late in the video, Gordon Lightfoot came up recently in a video, and then I said, I believe they have teased sundown. They've teased sundown several times, most recently Bathtub Gin in Mexico, and then going all the way back to, I believe I was listening to a little bit of Blossom from 2000 today, and that Bathtub Gin also seems to occur in Bathtub Gin. Sometimes it's Trey and Mike, not just Mike. The original one I heard was just Mike, but then the one from Mexico, I didn't write the year down. I'm so sorry. If it comes up again, or maybe hit me in the comments. I'm trying to get you to leave a comment. I'll look up the year and tell you. Or maybe you can just Google it, fish.net or something. You can figure it out. And then I was thinking of, someone suggested, like, hey, you should just do like an archive show every week, which I've kind of been doing a little bit here in between shows. And then I was like, yeah, yes and no. I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm in the mood for an old show. Sometimes I'm not. It just doesn't do you a lot of good, especially if you're listening to current shows. Then I don't know. I'm back and forth on requests. Should I take requests if somebody wants to get their hands on a whiteboard? But then, you never know, man. You never know what show they're going to choose. So if I'm going to do an archival thing, I would like it to at least be of my choice, I suppose. But then I was like, well, with 40 years, maybe I could try and choose a a show from each year, something like this. Went all the way back to 87. It's dicey. 88, you can find some. You can actually find some really good sound quality, believe it or not. Like, the smaller the show, the better the sound quality. By the time you get to like an audience from 1998, now I'm not sounding real great. That Blossom 2000, it sounded awful. So I don't know, I guess that's all I got. Oh, the 88 show I did encounter, that sounded pretty good. Maybe I will even include a link if you're interested. July 12th, 1988, here on YouTube, they played Roll Like a Cantaloupe, along with others. Fluffhead was a real trip back then, too, as I was going through some old shows and set lists. There's like Fluffhead and Fluff's Travel, but then there wasn't really Fluff's Travel. It had separate parts like Clod and then Hoodoo, We Do. It's quite the situation for a whiteboard, that Fluffhead thing back then. So I think that's about got it, you know. I wanted to do something, but I didn't really. That's maybe the problem sometimes on this channel, you know. Maybe I lose people a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this if you watched the whole thing. Some people do, man. Some people are like me. Sometimes they're just bored and they're like, yeah, whatever. Sit there and hang out, listen to him talk for a few minutes. 11 at that. And I actually had some other stuff I could attach to this, but now we've just gone on too long. I guess I'll have to save that for another day. Alright, guys. Boom, we're out of here. I wish I had more. Other than the abuse I've been putting my cat through, the internet videos I don't really like. I feel like the Buckeyes are falling behind on social media. You gotta roll like a cantaloupe. Hoodoo, we do. Alright, guys. Boom. Archival shows. I might still do that. On my channel, I've got almost a show from every year. I know. Not every year, but almost. Maybe I'll just put together a playlist. 40 years of the P-Fish. I don't have anything from 83, 84. I don't think I got 89. I have one 89 show, I believe. Maybe even Colorado 88, actually. So I might have 88 and 89. I can't recall any 90s, but I think there was like a 91 official live fish release I did. Same thing with, that was either 91 or 92. So I have one of those and not the other. 93 I'm not sure about. Definitely have some 94s. 95 might actually be missing. 96 I believe I have Rupp Arena. 97 obviously the Nutter Center and others. 98 could be, no, I got Virginia Beach I think in 98. And then 99 I got a whole bunch of 99s. The recent Alpine Valley, the Target Center. I think maybe Boise was an official live fish release at some point. I don't know if I have anything from 2000. Not even the final Shoreline show. I don't have that 2002 New Year's Eve show, the one and only show they played that year. Obviously nothing in 01. I've got an 03. I think I've got an 04. I might not have an 04 review. Yeah, maybe I do. I don't know. I think I do have an 04. Then I know I've got 13 through 23. So there's a few years there I haven't covered. I don't know if I think I got something between 9, 10, 11, and 12. I don't know, man. That was a waste. All right, dude. We're officially out of here this time, guys. Boom. Thank you so much if you tuned in, watched the whole time. Dan Z, you're probably not here at this point, but if you are, thank you. Spud, maybe. Vegan Made, very likely. And then everybody else that I never mentioned. I'm sorry. Too Tall Law. I'm not good with names. How can you forget Spud, though? I mean, I got a video about that guy. Vegan Made, longtime channel fan. I was thinking the other day, Clay Crago may be the longest running fan on this channel. I'm sorry if there's others. You're like, no, dude, I've been watching you since that very first recap in 14. I know Clay was watching my channel in 15. I can't speak for 14 on him, but 15, I believe, was the first time I met him. And then a few years later, I met him. And I've just always kind of talked to him here and there on social media. As recently as last year, I think he got a whiteboard. Maybe it was 21. He's nearly a decade. I don't know how he's made it. Boom. Kid's really grown up in these last 8 years. Unfortunately, I haven't.